Hey, good morning, guys. Sorry I didn't have a chance to read to you yesterday. I apologize. It's just life, you know? And then I made a video yesterday to go out today to tell everybody when their Zooms were supposed to be tomorrow. I got my times all wrong. I made the times for next week instead of the ones we're having for tomorrow. New day. My YouTube search for keyword WWE yielded over 3 million hits with an average length of over 4 minutes per video. I obviously wouldn't be able to watch them all, but I was able to see enough to learn how to handle myself if things got ugly with hashtag. The average wrestler was 6'4" and 250 pounds. I was not going to be able to bulk up at that level on such short notice. So I zeroed in on the concepts that applied to every body: speed, explosiveness, focus, muscle power, and the element of surprise. There were important moves to be mastered: choke slams, pile drivers, sleeper holds, spine busters, clotheslines, and frog splashes. Also, it never hurt to have a steel folding chair handy just in case you had to break it over somebody's head. Every day after cheerleading practice, I'd rush home and spend hours in front of the computer drinking it all in. At night, when I was supposed to be all over the lawn, my mother said our property smelled like the town dump, but to me, it smelled like victory. And anyway, she helped me clean it up, so it only cost me 45 minutes of YouTube research. I considered the best place to make my move on hashtag. School had its advantages. For one thing, there were always a lot of chairs around, but also a lot of people. Too many, in fact. No, this would happen somewhere more private. I didn't know where he lived, but that was not a problem. I hacked into the school computer and got his address: 42 Staunton Street, about half a mile away from my house. I calculated that the optimal time would be early Saturday morning around 7 a.m. when most people would still be in bed. Once my plan was set, keeping my excitement to myself was almost more than I could bear. I was dying to tell someone about it, but the only person I could think of was Donovan, and the whole reason for the lie was to keep him in the dark. I woke up at 5:30 that morning with great singleness of purpose. I had my outfit all set. Unfortunately, I couldn't find my Speedo, so I substituted long underwear from when I was 8, super tight, very WWE. Up top, I wore a sweatshirt that I'd carefully cut open with a pair of scissors, so it was only closed by a few threads. It took me hours, but it was totally worth it. If hashtag got physical, I could tear it off in a heartbeat, just like the real superstar did. Since I had no wrestling gloves, I substituted the gloves mom used for gardening. I tried to cut off the fingertips, but the fabric was really thick. On my feet, I wore patent leather dress shoes, but I blackened the bottoms of my long underwear with spray paint so it looked like boots. I was ready by 5:45, so I had to cool my heels for a while. If I got there too late, at 6:45, mom and dad were sleeping when I tiptoed downstairs and eased myself outside, careful not to bang the folding chair under my arm against the storm door. Jackpot. The neighborhood was deserted. No kids outside playing, no parents around. All the way from my house to Staunton Street, the only sign of life was a single car. It drove past me, screeched to a halt, then backed up. The rear door opened, and one of those kids named Daniel jumped out. I never could tell the two of them apart. Noah, is that you? He demanded. Why are you dressed like that? I could ask you the same question, I retorted. He was in a suit and tie. He had no chair, obviously, not unless the seats in the car counted. We're on our way to our cousin's bar mitzvah, he explained. Where are you going so early? And what's up with the folding chair? I hesitated. This was supposed to be top secret. I'm a morning person. I'm just taking a walk. The chair is in case I get tired. I hesitated. Oh, wait. Don't give me that. Nothing, I said casually, but he didn't seem convinced. Come on, Daniel, came a woman's face from the car. We're going to be late. Yeah, Mom, but remember what I told you about this kid? Now! It definitely wasn't a suggestion. He got back in the car. Even as they drove away, I could see him, face pressed against the window, staring at me. They disappeared down the road, turning toward the highway. I breathed a sigh of relief. My plan was still on. And tomorrow we can start chapter 7.